Welcome back to A Channel Morning. Well, can you become acne-free in 3 days? The author of that book joins us now. Chris Gibson, nice to meet you, and thank you for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
Is it true? Acne-free in 3 days?
For me, it was true. It's the book is on my story of what I went through to clear my acne. I had tried a lot of things through dermatology. I have a dermatologist that I used. It put me on Accutane and the antibiotics, and I went through that in my teens into my 20s, and I didn't have a lot of success with that. So someone put me on to an herbalist in Texas. Actually, I traveled there, went to an herbalist. That helped a little bit, and then she kind of worked with me and showed me some things I could do with my diet, some ways and handled my skin, you know, different products I could use that were all natural, and the acne abated and hasn't come back in like 20 years now.
So it worked, you're a believer, and now you're spreading the word.
Absolutely.
Okay. Just before we talk about what you're going to do and the steps that are involved with it, you do want to say that you should consult your physician
Right.
first.
I was with a dermatologist as well, and he was aware of the things I was trying and backed me up on those as well. And I talk about that in the book. He actually, some of the things I'm going to talk about today, he taught me. So, you know, absolutely, you should always check with a doctor before you do anything that's holistic.
Okay, so step one.
Step one is what I recommend for people to do, and this I learned from the dermatologist, is steaming daily. One thing you have to do is open the pores, make sure that, you know, the oil drains out properly. That's especially important for women who wear a lot of makeup, because a lot of the cleansers leave residue.
Tell me about it.
So the trick to steaming, though, however, is to use hot water, not boiling, obviously, and to soak the rag in it and get the rag very warm. And then what you want to do is hold the rag to your face for about 5 minutes until it's cool, and you need to do that for a period of 20 minutes minimum. 20 minutes? It takes 20 minutes for all of the pores to actually open on your skin. I mean, the first area, the nose and the oilier areas will open first, but to get your cheeks and sides of your face, where people have a lot of problems, especially men who shave, 20 minutes. Okay. So I didn't know that. I was one of those, you know, real fast
3 minutes
and done.
and you're done.
I'm out of here.
Okay, so 20 minutes. You got to set aside that time.
Right. The other thing is that you want to use a glycerin soap, which is a glycerin or sorbitol soap, which Neutrogena makes these. You'll see them in the store. They're usually clear. They're usually amber colored, or, you know, if you go to Bath and Body, they sell them, and they're
so you want a glycerin soap?
A very clear glycerin soap. And the reason for that is, what I noticed when I was using different products is that it would never get the oil to break down on my face. After I'd wash, I could still feel an oily residue. This cuts oil completely. Okay. So once you use that, you're like squeaky clean. You can tell that it really works. Another thing that the dermatologist actually recommended to me was tea tree oil for breakouts.
I've heard that is very good for breakouts. It's
extremely fast healing. It's amazing. It's an antiseptic. It comes from a tree in Australia, and it's widely available. You can find it really easily.
And I love the smell of it, too.
It smells really good. The thing, you don't want to get it in your eyes or in your mouth. It doesn't taste very well. But you put it on a breakout or a bump, and it will help clear it up very quickly.
Hey, you'd be surprised how quick it works.
The other thing that he recommended I use was castor oil, which I used it as an emollient before steaming. I had cystic acne, the heavy cysts. Okay. So this actually mixes in with the oil on the skin and helps pull it out. So because
it seems rather odd that you're putting on oil to get the oil
off.
out.
Right, absolutely. But it's a very thick. The viscosity is very thick of it, and it doesn't have a smell or a taste. You don't want to eat it. It used to be a laxative. It's probably not a good idea to eat it.
Stay away from that. So do you use it like a soap then?
Yeah, you just rub it on your face and you steam it. So for people that have the deeper cystic acne like I did, that's very helpful. Okay. One of the biggest questions that I get asked is the scarring. And I had some acne scarring, and, you know, I tried some of the dermabrasion. I didn't like that. I did the dermatology peels, the TCA chemical peels. I found a peel that's out of the UK. It's available here in Canada and in the US by Skin Culture, and I had great results with it. I've been using it for about 5 years, and you can see my skin's really clear, and it helps exfoliate, which I talk about in the book. It's extremely important to exfoliate your skin. And then I guess the other big question is, how in the 3 days did I get the acne to clear up? I went on a fast. I actually went on a fruit fast that the herbalist put me on, and that was the big key thing for me, was the dietary change. What happened was I wasn't eating any of the things I normally ate that reacted with my skin, which helped calm it down very well. So I actually still do what I talk about in the book about once or twice a year. Yes. And again, you want to consult with a doctor before you do any kind of a fast. But that is how I actually cleared mine up. And you know, I mean, I was on Accutane, which is a very powerful drug.
Very.
I had to go for the blood test every, 3 weeks to make sure that the lipids were right. It cleared for about maybe 3 months. I was so excited, I was like,
I bet.
But then it came back worse. So I was just devastated, and that's what really sparked me to try to find these alternative ways.
Okay, where's the book available, Acne-Free in 3 days?
It can be ordered in bookstores, special order. It's also available online at acnefreein3days.com.
Okay.
And then there's a 1-800 number on the website where you can order the book, actually. So it's widely available. We sell it in the U.S., Canada, and the U.K. So.
Okay, Chris, you've probably provided some good ideas for folks who are suffering from acne. And if they give it a go, I'm sure you probably have a way to get in touch with you to say, hey,
yes,
for
actually,
me.
I actually do still take email and work with clients one-on-one as they buy the book, and we've had a lot of success with it.
Good. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it.
It's great.
Stay with A Channel Morning. We'll be back right after this.